Nobody likes getting fired. It is a universally horrible experience. For those of us in the corporate world, it might involve getting called into an early morning meeting. HR is suddenly there. Next thing you know, there is a box of your stuff on your desk and you're on your way out of the building. Now, for politicians, getting fired is a little bit different. And lately in the Bay Area, it means getting recalled. We are no strangers to that process. In 2022, San Francisco voters recalled DA Chesa Boudin. In 2024, Oakland voters recalled Mayor Sheng Tao. And more recently in September, San Francisco Supervisor Joel Engardio was booted. And there is another name missing from that list. Pamela Price was recalled around this time last year as Alameda County's DA. She'd only been on the job less than 2 years, and she promised to deliver on progressive policies and criminal justice reform. That was then. This is now. Price was back in front of the cameras to announce today she wants her job back. Andrea Nakano explains why she feels like she deserves a shot and why her opponents say, no way.
We will have a few speakers, and then we are standing here before you today in love. Out of a love for our community, a love for our families, a love of justice.
Pamela Price announced plans to run for Alameda County District Attorney Thursday, a position she was recalled from in November 2024. Brenda Grisham, a victim's advocate, led the recall campaign. She says she was surprised by the announcement and doesn't believe things will be any different the second time around.
You know, we've been watching her over the year, and I don't see any change. You know, you can say what you're going to do, which is what you should have did in the first place. If you coming into that office, the victims are a very, very important part of the district attorney's office. And to be able to have a communication line with the victims is key. And that was never there.
Price vowed to tackle gun violence and Trump administration policies. She says she was compelled to get her old job back after seeing ICE raids in communities across the county.
I will say to ICE and any other federal agents who violate state law, F around and find out. No one is above the law, and I will stand for firmness in every case and fairness. Real justice applies to everyone. Justice cannot be bought by billionaires.
But Grisham, who lost her son to gun violence in 2010, feels victims didn't get the justice they deserved under Price's term. Criticism for taking too soft of a stance on crime fueled much of the momentum behind Price's recall.
I was there for the Kevin Nishida case. I was there for, you know, the little Emiliana. You know, there was no special circumstances. I mean, they killed that little 5-year-old girl in front of her family, and there was no special circumstances. There was nothing.
Price, though, feels the political climate has changed since the recall. She says since President Trump has taken office, the political pendulum has swung to the left, with voters looking to elect progressive district attorneys.
In 2024 in Alameda County, we saw that same carnage. The destabilization of our justice system by a billionaire, a single billionaire, and his wannabe wealthy friends who spent millions of dollars on a recall campaign to destabilize our justice system.
During Price's term, Oakland saw the highest number of murders in the past decade, with 114 in 2023. Many other violent crime categories saw significant increases as well. Grisham says Price still refuses to acknowledge that the people of Alameda County wanted a district attorney that would help make communities safer.
The whole time she's been bypassing the fact that they're everyday citizens that felt they needed change, and she ignored them. And she's still ignoring them because she's just going with the billionaires and this, that, and the third. That's not, you know, you got to sit down and look in the mirror and say, it might have been me.
Alameda County District Attorney Ursula Jones-Dixon shared a statement about Price's announcement today, which said in part, former DA Pamela Price was recalled by 63% of voters. She's welcome to make the case less than a year after that recall that they were wrong. I trust the judgment of Alameda County voters.